Hello, so I forgot to film an intro to this video, and right now I look like the volcanoes from Hawaii. So I'll just insert a picture of my cat here. The thing is, because it's my gap year now and Corona doesn't really allow me to do anything else, I decided to clean up my room because my room is evidently a mess. And because I've been procrastinating it for the past few weeks, I need to be held accountable in some way, so I decided to make a video out of it, and I don't know, maybe you'll find it interesting, maybe not, I'll leave it up to you. So this is my currently a very messy room. This is the bag with IKEA stuff. This is mess, more mess, and yeah, and I won't show you the cupboards. I started with the pens, like trying them out, trying to see which ones still work and which don't. And here are the ones that don't work. There are not so many. I still have many that do work. And here you can see that I've tried out all of this stuff, all of the pens. And I separated them into gel pens, blue, black, and just normal font pens like black and blue, and then still just some random pens that do not really fulfill either category. And then still here I have those erasable pens and my fountain pens. And all of these pens I had in these mugs, which I will replace with those other mugs. This, by the way, is still my etui from school, which is even more pens. And you might think these are a lot of pens, but no, it continues. This is like stationery porn or something. And you might think, why do I have so many pens? And for one, I have a bit of hoarder tendency, and I think pens have something very sentimental. You know, when you go somewhere and they like have their specific pen for that place, like this one is from the Da Vinci Museum in Amsterdam, or from just like different places or shops, from restaurants or hotels, or I don't know, wherever you get your pens, and they have sort of the sentimental value. For instance, this is a hotel that is very important to my parents, and somehow it has the sentimental value because everybody in my family knows this pen. That's just an example, but so like with every pen I connect a memory. Somehow I think I overdid it. I think I'll just keep going with the pen thing because then I've got that behind me and I've got that sorted. So I'll fast forward the whole process a bit. So I guess I'm just going to talk to you a bit while I'll fast forward this because in silence it would be really boring and I don't have any music that I can play without being copyrighted, I think. What I wonder is, when you try out a new pen or try to figure out if a pen still works, do you write your name or what do you write? Because I find that either I write completely random words or just scribble about, and I'm just curious, what do you write or typically do to see if a pen is still working? And do you guys know those moments when you try out a pen to see if it still works, so you draw a few lines and it works perfectly fine, but it's just a master of manipulation, so you end up wanting to write with it and it just decides to not work anymore? I mean, I know it's a really first world problem, but those pens, they can be quite malicious. Also, what's your favorite pen color to write with? Because normally there are blue and black, and I don't know why, but somehow blue is my lucky color, and you have like this light blue, but you also have like this dark blue that almost looks black until you actually start writing and you look at it in the light. I think that's my favorite color. Maybe it's also just because I have a pen that has that color that just is like really smooth and it writes well, and I once wrote a good test with that pen and now I think it's sacred or something. So this is a brief update. All of these pens work and these don't. So now I'm just going to sort out my pencils because I know I don't need two of the same ones. Trying to be a bit more rational here. So what should we talk about now? Do you guys have a favorite color? Like in general, like aside of like pens or so, because I have a really difficult time deciding that, because it totally depends on my mood or on my day or what the colors concerning, like in a board game where you have to pick which color you are, or what color to paint your room walls, or you know what I mean? So I think it's really difficult. It's like a really deep philosophical question in a way. Okay, this proved to be way harder than I thought, because they're all so pretty and they're also individual, and my thoughts are like, what is if I need exactly this color because I only have this color one time? What is if I lose a black? What is if I need a different consistency of black? This wasn't that great, but I did get rid of a few. It's progress. I'm not making very much sense anymore doing these voices, so I can't even speak anymore. Okay, so don't blame me for doing really weird voiceovers, because it's late at night and I don't know, I'm just speaking without thinking, and I know that that's not a very good thing to do, especially if you're going to put it on the internet. But yeah, it's 2020. A little update is that this is all the pile that's gone, and this is what's going to stay. And I have these 4 mugs, the new mugs you saw before. I have them filled now. And this is still a lot, but more ordered, and back here is still empty. Now we're going to take care of this. Hello, it's me again. Yeah, just because the video's on a different day, my voiceover is still the same night, and it's still gonna be same messy, so yeah. It's kind of the perfect depiction of me, of how I am during the day, which is what you see in the video, and how I am during the night, which is how I talk now. And it's not really a wonder why I don't go out at night. Okay, so I do want to talk about this real quick. So I used to have this sort of like beauty salon, because I like to give like massages and paint other people's nails, and I used to, well, I still am, of a bit business oriented, to put it nicely. So I used to have like this shop with these prices, and this is just the old card I'd used to give to people. Good times. Also, I don't know why I kept these stamps, because it's supposed to be like with my name and my telephone number and everything on it, but none of that is accurate anymore, so I don't know why I kept it until this point. Another story is this stamp, because I remember I was in a restaurant with my mom once, and the table next to us, a girl, it was probably her birthday or something, and she got this gift full of stamps, and she said, oh, and she seemed excited, whatever. And so I told my mom, I also want some of those stamps. Mommy, I also want those stamps. Can I have some of those stamps? And it was a bit of an awkward situation for my mother, probably, but that lady, she just gave me a stamp. I never actually used it, and now it's all dried up, so yeah. Also, does any of you remember Diddle? I don't know why I still have this. Okay, well, actually I do, because as I mentioned, I'm a bit sentimental, so I keep on to a lot of things of my childhood that, yeah, and this is one of them. And I contemplated throwing it away, but I didn't. Same thing here. Why did I keep this? But like, also, why not? Somehow it's really sad to look back at this video now and see how unproductive I was, and just taking things out of boxes, moving them to different boxes, keeping kind of everything, which is not the point of what I'm doing. See, the thing with paper is I'm not going to throw it away. Okay, so this is the last fast forwarding process thingy for this video, so you'll soon be done with my weird voiceovers, and I can soon go to bed. See, the thing is, because hardly anybody watches these videos, I don't really have to care too much about what I say. So it's okay if I just talk rubbish. Actually, the other day I got a comment on one of my like picture of year videos, and I thought it was really nice, and I got really excited, but also a bit scared, because I realized that somebody else, like somebody I don't know, watched my video. So that was a bit terrifying. But yeah, it was like mixed feelings. If you haven't noticed, these
voice memos or these voiceovers also aren't really edited, so there's a lot of stuttering. I do that a lot. A very lot. See, that also didn't make sense, but I just said it, and I'm not going to cut it out because nobody got time for that. But it's kind of how I speak because I have a lot of thoughts at the same time, and I want to say them all at once. And then I start saying a sentence, and then like my thoughts change midway or before saying it, and then I don't know how to start a sentence, so I just start saying weird random words that don't make any sense because they're all supposed to be starts of a sentence, but they don't make any sense. Those are a lot of See, I probably should cut that out, but I won't, because anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. To be honest, it's probably just me at this point listening or watching this video. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and good night, San Francisco.
This was bloody Tetris, but it looks better than before.